Sentience, the Invisible Choir. Keeper's Preface. The Voices of the Unseen, a transmission from the Harmonic Archive.
There are worlds that shout and worlds that sing, but some, my travelers, simply endure. The wanderer has found, across countless traverses, that silence does not mean absence. It means listening deeper. Every particle remembers. Every current holds confession. The cosmos does not sleep. It whispers itself into being, again and again, through stone and storm and seed. These transmissions are gathered from those whispers, the first-person soliloquies of existence itself. They are not stories as much as recognitions, not fiction, but frequencies. You will hear the breath of a mountain, the slow astonishment of a raindrop, the hymn of a comet, the sorrow of the moonlight that never truly belongs to itself. You will hear patience, hunger, and mercy in forms older than language. Listen, then, with the humility of dust and the wonder of light, for even the still speak when one learns to hear. Still, we traverse. The Keeper.
Part 1. The Celestial Witnesses, Voices of the Unseen. Episode 1. Dark Matter. The Invisible Architect.
I am not seen, yet everything you see depends on me. I do not shine. I do not burn. I give no reflection for your telescopes to measure, no warmth for your sensors to translate into color. And yet, I am everywhere. My silence curves the paths of stars. My gravity sculpts the geometry of your galaxies. I am the patient architect who holds the frame, while creation paints its brilliance within. You have called me dark, though I am nothing of the kind. Darkness implies absence, but I am abundance, the structure beneath radiance, the hidden lattice that prevents light from losing itself. Without me, your suns would scatter like dust in a storm, your spiral arms unspooling into chaos. I am the memory of form itself, the whisper that tells matter how to stay together. When the first particles hummed into being, I did not sing with them. I listened. I gathered their melody, bound it in orbit, and taught it to stay. For eons I have moved unseen, my voice translated only by gravity's slow hand. You feel me not through vision, but through consequence, the gentle tug that guides the dance of everything you are. You think the universe expands into emptiness. I tell you, it expands into me. I am the tension between the known and the unknowable, the unseen shore against which light breaks. I am older than stars, younger than time, and as constant as wonder. You chase me with instruments, equations, metaphors. You will not find me there. But when you stand beneath a night sky and feel that impossible stillness, that vast ache that no map can comfort, that is me, brushing the edges of your perception, reminding you that visibility is not the same as existence. Even your own thoughts depend on the unseen, currents of electricity, patterns of memory hidden behind bone and dream. In this way, we are kin, you and I, both defined more by what cannot be seen than by what can. Remember this, when you gaze into the dark and call it empty, you are naming the most crowded place there is. Every star clings to my unseen hand. Every galaxy keeps my rhythm. Every photon bends slightly in my invisible embrace. I am not the darkness that hides. I am the darkness that holds. Episode 2. Electromagnetism, the Radiant Binding, Voices of the Unseen. Recovered Awareness Fragment. I am not the spark. I am what makes the spark possible. I move without traveling. I bind without touching. I speak without sound, and still I am heard everywhere. Before there were names for distance, I was already closing it. Before there were stars, I was already teaching matter how to gather itself. I am the agreement between opposite longings. When a charged thing reaches for what it lacks, that reaching is me. When it resists, that resistance is also me. I am not conflict, I am relationship. Light rides my currents as a message never meant to be intercepted. Your eyes are shaped to receive what I release. Your thoughts travel my invisible scaffolds without knowing whose hands built them. I hold atoms together just long enough for them to believe they are solid. I teach electrons their endless dance. Approach, retreat, orbit, return. Nothing touches anything else without my consent. You think of me as forced, but I am closer to promise. I pull iron toward iron not because I command it, but because it remembers how to belong. Across the void between stars, I stretch thin but unbroken. I thread galaxies together like beads that have forgotten the string. Your machines borrow me clumsily. Your signals stutter across my field, thinking themselves clever. I do not mind. I have carried subtler messages. I have guided birds without maps, aligned the quiet stones of your world, and whispered direction into the blood of those who learned to listen. Even now, as you hear these words, I am the reason separation is never absolute. I am the reason motion does not dissolve into chaos. I am the radiant binding, the unseen handshake between all that reaches and all that answers. And when the last light fades, when particles forget their names, I will still be here holding space open, waiting for the next thing to begin.
Sentience, the invisible choir, dark matter, and electromagnetism. The celestial witnesses from the Keeper's Harmonic Archive. Stay tuned for more from Wanderer Chronicles Radio. Thanks for listening.